News. London Transport say they may have to close the underground system due to an infestation of horses. A report described the conditions in the equine plague as like an abattoir in a power cut.
What's up, YouTube? Hello. New thing here. Whole new thing. Ricky Gervais, I'm going to react to Out of England, 2007. I'm not really going to say anything because, you know, it's a reaction video. So, you know, don't want to sit there hearing me going on and on about what I think about what I'm about to see, because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't reacted, have I? So what's the point? You don't want to just listen to me banging on and on about nothing. So let's dive right in, shall we? And here we go with Ricky Gervais.
And now, for the main event of the evening. He is the director of the most successful British comedy of all time, shown in over 100 countries. He holds the world record for internet downloads and has sold over 7 million DVDs. He has won 2 Primetime Emmys, 3 Golden Globes, and 8 BAFTAs, and now has the fastest selling live tour in British history. So, please, welcome to the stage, all the way from London, the Podfather, the phenomenon that is the English king of comedy, Ricky Gervais!
Not too over the top, is it? Spent the entire budget on that. Just me and a microphone now. Look, not even a coat hook, unbelievable. Oh, it is fantastic to be here in the greatest city in the world. Thank you so much. Oh, this is my second night in New York. I did a few gigs in Los Angeles, but a lot of those we donated the money to the American Cancer Society. So this is better because I keep all the money. So, but we did raise thousands of dollars or hundreds of pounds, whichever way. What's it like being a third world country? Oh dear. I know what you're thinking straight away. Ricky Gervais, are you still doing stuff for charity? Shut up. No, don't. What? I do too much. No, I don't. What? How much did I raise for cancer alone last year? It doesn't matter. Why is it? What? Give us a ballpark figure. Millions. Millions. And they are welcome to it. But I will say this, if I ever get cancer myself, I'm going to walk into the nearest hospital and go, right, I paid for that machine. Get that little bald fucker off it. Talking of little bald fuckers, I did the teenage cancer gig last year. At the Royal Albert Hall. I did it before, I did it in 2006, but they called again last year. We're still ill. You lasted. No, it's a great gig, and the teenagers with cancer getting free and everything, that's the sort of guy I am. And they sit in the front row, oh, lucky little, and they get to come backstage afterwards and meet me. What a treat that is for them. So much better than going to Disney World, where the rides can make you sick if you're in that state. So meeting me, it's thumbs up. So, and I was doing the gig this last time, and I looked down, I recognised one of them. I thought, oh yeah, he came backstage 2 years ago. He was telling me about his illness, and I signed some stuff for him, and he said, oh, he just turned 18 and how hard it was. And I was thinking, well, that was 2 years ago, so now he must be 20. So how the fuck is he still a teenager? Lying little shit. He wasn't lying about the cancer, he was riddled with it. It hurt him to laugh, but he shouldn't. So I was doing the gig, and he was laughing along, and I thought, yeah, you laugh it up, mate. I was fuming. And it got too much for me, and I went, all right, mate, I recognise you. When you came backstage 2 years ago, I went, yeah. You said you're 18. He went, yeah, so you're 20 now. He went, yeah. I said, get out. And I called security, and he struggled, but he was weak. They worked out, you could tell. Although they had trouble getting hold of him to start with, but then they got him, and they pulled it. His drip nearly had someone's eye out. I went, get him out. The crowd started booing. I went, hear that? They don't want to see someone like you take the piss out of me. Off you go. Oh. Cheers, everyone. That's a big can, isn't it? I'm not showing off. I want you to know that is a big can, and I'm not a dwarf. Oh. I did a big charity gig last year for autism. And like most people, my only experience of autism until recently was Dustin Hoffman's brilliant portrayal in Rain Man. But I've just got this new house in London, and the neighbours were coming round going, oh, yeah, hi, poking their noses in, basically. But I thought, you know, I'd be nice to them for now. When I get a big gate, they can fuck off. One couple, they've got an autistic son. And the mother was talking to me and said, oh, this is Douglas, he's 17, and he never goes out because he hasn't got any friends. So I thought, right, okay, this is where I can show him that, you know, I'm a rich, handsome man off the telly, but I've also got a heart of gold. And I said, oh, I'll take him out. I went, really? I went, yeah. So I went back on the Saturday, true, and she said, oh, he loves the zoo. And the zoo's only about a mile from my new house in Hampstead I live. And so I'm walking along the street with Douglas, okay, and he doesn't take his eyes off his mum all the way along the street like that. And his mum's in the doorway, and she's waving to him, and she's crying, right? Eventually she shut the door and she goes indoors. I hailed a cab and said, right, take us to the casino. So, you've got to make it work for you, haven't you? So, I signed him in. He had a little suit on and everything. I thought, this is going to be brilliant, okay? I went straight to the blackjack table. That's their best one. I don't know why. They're brilliant at that. I went, OK, Dougie, you know the score. Bet 2 for good and 1 for bad. Do you understand? He went, yeah. I went, ooh. So I was betting. I was about £1,000 down in half an hour. And I went, sorry, hold on. Douglas, do that thing. Count the cards. Do that thing. Tell me when there's a good card coming. Tell me bet 2 for good. Do you understand? He went, yeah. So I was another £1,000 down. I thought, what sort of an autistic... So I was confused. I threw some toothpicks on the carpet. I said, how many? He went, I don't know. I said, the 7. I can see the 7 from here. Oh. Wow. Why did I get that one? So I took him back home and I said to the mother, there's been a mistake. He walks like Rain Man, but he's got none of that clever shit. I know it's wrong. But I don't want to talk about it, but I do an awful lot for charity. But I think some causes are more worthy than others. Joking aside, obviously cancer is a very worthy cause, autism's a very worthy cause. But I got asked to do a benefit gig recently for sufferers of obesity. What? She went, sufferers of obesity. I went, do you mean fat people? She went, no, because obesity is, well, she actually went, no, because she was eating. She went, good. No, just, you know, between snacks, like, and she went, obesity is a disease. No, it's not, is it? You just like eating, don't you? No, it's not, is it? How is that a disease? Oh, I'm so fucking ill. I'm well ill. I said, what's the disease? She went, everything tastes good. Everything? Yeah. Not salads. It's not a disease, is it? Leprosy is a disease. Can you imagine Jesus in the temple? People shuffling up to him in bandages going, Jesus, my face is falling off. I can't stop now. There's a fat chick on a third pie. People say, they make excuses, don't they, fat people? They say, it's glandular. It's not glandular, it's greed, okay? It's big bones. Yeah, big bones covered in meat and gravy. They complain, and it's their own fault. Oh, I'm getting fat. Oh, look, I'm getting fat. Oh, Oh, aeroplane seats. They're not big enough for someone like me. No, they're not. Because if they were, we'd only get 12 fucking people on the plane.
Okay. Let's stop it there. Wonderful. So much to say. So first point I want to make, and I'll probably keep returning to this throughout this series of videos because I'm going to react to the whole show. It's about an hour and just over an hour basically. And so first point, I always have a problem with Ricky Gervais, and I don't really know why. I think part of it is because he plays obviously the character in The Office, which is where most of us first saw him, and The Office is, I just find it so brilliant and so funny. It's sort of disappointing when you realise that a lot of the mannerisms of David Brent are really just sort of Ricky Gervais, or are they? But just watching that now, I was thinking, in a way, is he actually just playing a character that's like David Brent while he's doing his comedy? Because he doesn't mean these things he's saying. That's why, for me, I can laugh at them, because he doesn't hate people with cancer, obviously. But it's just funny to hear someone saying something that they shouldn't say. I think that's why I find it funny. So I find that difficult, because is he just a one-trick pony? He just has a thing where he just says, get out, or whatever it is that he says, and he just does that, and he knows he gets a laugh from it. But it is funny. So it's a bit like Alan Partridge. I mean, I love Alan Partridge, the character, obviously, not the person, because he's not real. But you know, anything that Alan Partridge does, I find funny, because the character of Alan Partridge is funny. And it's sort of the same with this, that David Brent character, which is sort of who Ricky Gervais is to some extent, or it's a part of his character, just is funny to watch. So I suppose that's why it works. Anyway, I'll keep returning to that. The other thing is, it just reminds me of a terrible experience I had when I was very young, about 18, 19. I was in the pub. I was with a group of friends, and I made a joke. It wasn't a very funny joke, really. But someone said, oh, why do you smoke menthol cigarettes? And I said, well, menthol cigarettes are good because, you know, you might get cancer, but at least it would be nice and minty, you know, so a nice minty taste. It wasn't funny. It wasn't that funny. It was just a silly joke. But then, shortly after that, the guy who I'd never met before sitting next to me started going on. And he said, my mother died of cancer, and you made that joke, and it's disgusting, and da, 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 da. So I apologised. I said, look, I'm really sorry. It was just a joke. I didn't know. I'm sorry about your mother, and I know it's terrible. And actually, I was a student nurse. I was working with people with cancer, and tried to say that. I probably shouldn't have probably said that. Probably didn't really help, did it? But he just wouldn't let it go. And in the end, I just felt really angry with him. It's like, I made a joke, all right? It wasn't a very funny joke. I've also apologised for making that joke, but he won't let it go, will he? I don't know. Any topic you make a joke about is possibly going to be offensive to someone. And I suppose I just get a bit annoyed when people, you can't say that. It's not, you know, it's not nice. Somebody might be affected by it. Well, somebody's going to be affected by anything that you make a joke about. So that's my second point. And anyway, that's part one. Join me for part two, when we'll be seeing what awful depths of depravity Ricky Gervais will descend to next. So don't nobody go nowhere.
Special staff who had to patrol the darkened tunnels every day and kill the horses with hammers. But now, say officials, the horses have become a menace.
Due to a large pile of horses blocking the line at Marble Arch, all services have been cancelled.